Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, allow me to congratulate the Federative Republic of Brazil for hosting the third Global Conference on Child Labor. We are hopeful that this global conference will reinforce the international community's resolve in eliminating child labor through a multifaceted approach and cooperative spirit among all participating countries. The third Global Conference on Child Labor represents another landmark opportunity to remind the world of the significant challenges we face in eliminating child labor, a scourge that has plagued many countries, including my own, and continues to pose a highly discomforting phenomenon in many societies across the globe. Despite some encouraging signs that child labor has been relatively contained in some areas of the world, the road ahead of us remains long and full of challenges. Although we remain hopeful that the worst forms of child labor would be eradicated by 2016, as stipulated in the Hague Global Child Labor Conference in 2010, we nevertheless need to be reasonable in our expectations and ambitions, and I think the Director General of the ILO was right to say that this goal will unfortunately not be met by the target time. The eradication of child labor will necessitate that we reinforce our multifaceted approach in combating this phenomenon, as I said. For instance, to eliminate the worst forms of child labor, we need to adopt social protection programs to prevent children from being forced into labor at young ages. We need to improve the standards of education to prevent new children from dropping out of school and forced into market labor. We need to periodically review and improve national legislations. We need to raise awareness on the long-term consequences of working children on society through media campaigns. We need to work on alleviating poverty, the primary driving force for child labor. We need to take measures so that families no longer depend on the income generated by the work of children. We need to promote the engagement of all sectors of society in fighting child labor with the participation of employers, workers, the judiciary, regional and international organizations, and civil society. Mr. President, the Egyptian successive governments have taken significant steps and measures over the course of the past 10 years to limit child labor with the aim of eliminating it. Egypt has been committed throughout the past decade to the implementation of Convention number 138 on the minimum age for admission to employment and Convention number 182 on the worst forms of child labor, which Egypt has ratified in 1999 and 2000 respectively. Let me outline some of the practical measures which Egypt has taken to eliminate child labor. 1. Egypt has established a centralized database with information and statistics on child labor in Egypt, which is periodically updated to provide accurate information and assessment for decision makers. 2. It has reformed national legislations and policies related to the protection of child workers to make it compatible with international standards. 3, it has trained specialists to deal with cases of child labor and developed a program to build human and institutional capacities. 4, it has raised social awareness about the rights of the child and the importance to combat child labor through different media outlets and media campaigns. 5, it improved cooperation and coordination between all relevant governmental and non-governmental agencies entrusted with combating child labor. 6, it provided essential services to improve the economic, educational, and health standards for working children to ensure their health and mental fitness. 7, it has improved programs seeking to alleviate poverty by providing social and economic services directly to poor families in order to encourage the return of working children to education. I am pleased to mention that as a result of these measures, child labor has witnessed relative decline in Egypt over the past 10 years. Egypt remains committed to exerting all efforts in order to eliminate child labor and will continue to work cooperatively with the civil society and non-governmental organizations in order to achieve this objective. Thank you very much.
Muito obrigado.